Hello everyone, welcome to Select Star. In today's video, we are going to understand pattern matching. It is a very important concept in SQL that is used on a daily basis. So let's start with question 1. Question number 1 wants us to find details of Sachin. Now we have solved this question earlier with the help of an equal to sign like this. But we can also use a like operator instead of an equal to. Now you might be thinking, what's the difference between an equal to operator and a like operator? The difference is that an equal to sign matches the exact pattern as inside the inverted commas, while a like operator allows us to be flexible and use some wildcards for pattern matching. The first wildcard that we will discuss is the percent sign. It is used to match any sequence of characters, including an empty space. Let's understand it better with the help of question 2 that wants us to find details of students whose name starts with S. We will just copy the previous code and instead of Sachin, we will write S%. We can see that all the students whose name started with S has been returned irrespective of what came after S in their names. Let's try next question and find out details for a student whose name ends with T. We will adjust the previous query and inside inverted commas put a percentage sign and T. We can see that Virat and Rohit, whose name ended with T, have been returned. Now you can also use multiple percentage signs together. For example, question 3 wants us to find details of people who have an A in their name. So we will adjust our query like percentage A percentage. See that it has returned all the students who have an A in their name. We can also use the percent sign with multiple characters. For example, question 5 wants us to find students who have SHA in their names. This should be fairly easy, just replace A with SHA. I would suggest you to try all combinations that come to your mind while we will move on to our second wildcard, that is an underscore. In several cases, we don't want to match the full string but only one character. In those cases, we will use an underscore. Before moving forward, let me remind you that the ID column is not an integer type but is of data type character. Please note that the wildcards do not work with numeric values, they only work with characters. So question 6 wants us to find students whose ID starts with 0. We know that there are only two characters in ID column, hence we can use an underscore instead of percent sign. Let's just copy the previous code and edit it as per our requirement. We will write 0 underscore. You can see that all the students whose ID starts with 0 has been returned. Now let's check whose ID ends with 1. Just edit the code to underscore 1 and we will have the desired result. So we have got the result and it's time to move to the next question. Question 8 is repeating over here and the only intent of repeating it again is to show that the two wildcards can be used together like this. Oh sorry, I have used the wrong column. Let me just rectify this. We have got the result for people who have SHA in their names again, that is Akshay, Keshav and Vishal. It's time to move forward to another very important SQL concept, that is the concept of null. Null represents the absence of value, however, it does not have a data type of its own, which means it is neither an integer nor a string nor a varchar or any other data type. In our own table, we have this null value in only marks column, but it could have been present in any other column as well. So let's move to question 9 and find students whose marks are not updated. In the where clause, we will write where marks is null. We cannot use an equal to sign or like operator because those are used for comparisons when we have a set data type. But in the case of null, there is no data type. We can see that marks for James and Subhash have not been updated. What about when we don't want to see null values in the result? That is the next question. We will add the not operator along with this. You can see that 18 rows have been returned, 2 rows that have null marks have been skipped. Now the last question is just for showcasing some properties of null. We need to understand that whenever we use any conditional operator, it will always miss out the null values, as a null value cannot be less than, greater than or equal to any other null value. Even one null is not equal to another null. In this example, where I am trying to find marks less than 50, SQL has missed the details for those whose marks have not been updated, that is where it had null values. You can try this with any other operator, null values will always be neglected. This is very important to remember in our day-to-day work because this is a case of missing data. This will be all for today's video. Let's connect in our next video to learn some new concepts. Till then, take care of yourselves and do not forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching.